So this is how I built a bird play. I found a piece of plywood which is 24. Okay. Yeah, it's about 24 inches by 19. You don't have to be this size, but this is what I found, and I'm gonna use it just for the hell of it. Now, what I did, I cut 4 pieces of the same plywood because I got a little bit left over, and I did it, cut it 1 inch wide, and obviously by the length of 4 walls, so that way, so that way I can use it as a base. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure here. Just gonna get the same measure, and I'm gonna mark. Mark right there. I'll use my angle. So if you notice how clamping this. Just put them against the edge of the my workbench here. Oops, little technical error. I'm doing it with one hand, but it has to be centered. That's all. After that, I'll take the excess of glue. I'll leave it there for at least half an hour. It takes about 24 hours to cure completely, but I'll leave it for half an hour to keep working. Alright, so this is just barely the base. I purchased this on the local hardware store, real cheap. All of these for $11 for the stairs that I'm going to be making for the bird play. Alright, so I'm going to measure the other angle. Pretty easy. I don't need a tape measure. I'm just going to put it here, and on this end I will mark. Oh. Mark on this end right there. I'm gonna use my angles. That. Put them on the buys. I'm doing everything with one hand, so I'm trying to show you. Alright, cut it. You don't need any fancy tools. This is very simple. I'm gonna put it here, measure it. The excess of glue that we have there. a little bit off. I'm just gonna sand it. Put glue and device. Alright. So now we're gonna add glue to our project. This is wood glue by the way. Once you put it with clamps, it'll be really strong. Got it? Turn it. Make sure it stays on the corners. Clamp it. Leave for at least 30 minutes, and then you're ready for the next one. Okay. So I want to show you how I clamp it. I put a clamp side to side, so that way you can cover the gaps, and then I put the clamp on top, so that way it can be glued all the way to the bottom. By the way, I'm using this glue, which is really good. It's water resistance, and it's for interior and exterior, so it's pretty cool. Alright guys, so I waited a full day, so that way the glue can cure pretty good. Now we're gonna take the C-clamps out. Alright, so I removed the C-clamp, and this is what I got. This is just gonna be the base, the base of I might install some nails on it just to reinforce. Not quite sure. Let me see if I have nails small enough. Yep, and just for reinforcement, I'm just gonna put some nails. I guess you can call them finished nails. 1 by 1/4. They're thin and they're finished. And I'm just gonna nail it all the way around. So be sure the Alright guys, so I got the nails all the way around. So now the base, it's done and it's pretty steady. So we're gonna go ahead and start building the stairs, one of the stairs for the games, right? So let's do it. So now that we got the base in, we're gonna jump and start building the one of the stairs. And we're gonna get one of these wood tubing that I bought on Home Depot. And this is the part number in case you guys need it right here. And this tubing is just to show you, it's yeah, right there, 3/4. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but I'm gonna change angles in here. Yeah, it's more like 7/8. Yeah, it's a 7/8. Alright, so this is 7/8 by 48. Alright. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure. What we're gonna do is we're gonna measure 16 inches. Measure 16 inches and put a mark. So let me go ahead and do that. These marks, they had some previous marks that don't work, So I'm just gonna move it around. All right, so we're gonna mark 16 inches. All right, I'm gonna make sure it's 16 inches. And we're gonna mark it. Then 60 more inches, and we're gonna mark it. All right, and we're gonna cut it right there. We're gonna cut every 16 inches that we marked. So we got one, we got the second one, and let's get the second one too. All right, so now we got 3 16-inch. All right, so far we got 3 16-inch. Now we're gonna cut one 122, one at 22 inches. So I want you to take a look at it. This is 22 inches. All right, so we got 3 16 and one cut to 22 inches. All right, so I got my 22 inch. All right, so far so good. So now we're gonna start building the stairs. All right, okay, so we're gonna grab one of the 16-inch tubes, and we're gonna make marks every 2 inches. 2, 4, 6, 'All right, let's stop at 14. Same thing to the other one. All right, mark every 2 inches. Okay, so far I put a mark every 2 inches. All right, all the way to the 14. Now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna tape them together. Okay, so I put a tape in here. I'm just gonna put another tape right here on top. Just gonna make sure it's nice and tight. All right, so I got a tape on both sides. I got to hold them together. All right, well, let's go to the next step, guys. So I'm about to do to drill the holes. This is gonna be for the stairs, you know, and I just put a couple of clamps over here so that way the wood won't move. Another thing I want to do is that I want to put a mark on my drill bit. As you can see, I marked it as a 3/8 down. 3/8. You can see right here. Because we only want to go halfway down the wood. That's why I marked it at 3/8. All right, you don't want to go over that. All right, so let's start drilling the holes. All right, guys, so we got everything. I got the 5/16 drill bit with the measurement that I told you. and I'm gonna try to make the holes as straight as possible as I can. This particular drill, it has this level right here. I don't know if it's gonna help me or not. Probably not, because I'm going down. But I'm ready to make the holes. Okay. One hole done. Next one. Alright, and you keep going all the way, all the holes, alright? Just like that, all the markings that you did come back to you. Alright guys, so I got all the holes. I'm gonna remove it so that way I can clean the wood. I'm just gonna put a mark over here. That was a down. I'm gonna put it on the vise so that way I can clean this up, alright, with sandpaper. Alright, so if I didn't mention it to you, I bought these smaller wooden tubes. They're 5/16 and 5/16 tubular wood, and we're gonna cut a bunch of these to 3 3/8. Let me see. Yes. See, we're gonna cut a bunch of these to 3 3/8, and we're gonna put a mark. That is gonna leave us with a width inside of the stairs to 2.5 inches, more than enough for the birds to have fun. All right, so we're gonna cut a bunch of these. Okay, so we're gonna cut a bunch of these. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 7 of these, and I'll come back to you in a little while. So I got all my pieces cut. Just gonna sand it a little bit, all of them, each one of them. And you're gonna sand it, make sure it's clean at the ends, take all the excess of wood, and we'll continue with the next step, okay? So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna put a drop of glue on each one of the holes. Alright, and then we're gonna put the little pieces of wood that we cut. Try to make it as straight as possible. Alright, so we're gonna try to leave it there. We will come back like in about 15 minutes. I don't want the glue to be completely dry, so that way I still have flexibility to work on this and stick it on the other side. Alright? Okay guys, so we got the ladder. I let it dry for a little bit, so I'm gonna get it out. This is one of the stairs, ladder, whatever you want to call it. This one looks like if it's wider on the bottom, so I'm gonna put that on the bottom, and then it goes like this. Isn't it cool? Okay, so I'm gonna work on the other one, on the other ladder. Yeah, I'm gonna get the 16 inch 16 inch and one 22 inch. I don't remember which one of these it was. The 22. So one is gonna be longer than the other one. See? It's wide later on. Wide. But we're gonna do exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. We're gonna put them together, and we're gonna tape it, and we're gonna do the same process as the other one. So, see, one is longer than the other one. I'll show you why later on. Alright guys, so on the second one, pretty much the same thing as the other one. I got everything, but the only difference is that I pre-drill, or I did a pre-hole with a nail and a hammer. You know, I try to do a hole on each one of the things, so that way it'll be a little bit easier to drill the holes, and I don't have to show you how to drill it because I already show you. And the other one, you got the tape marked right there, and that's how far you gotta go down. So let's get started. I'll come back. Guys, drill the holes and let's clean it just like the other one. We're gonna do the same thing as the other one. Clean it and cut the pieces and put them inside, and just like the other one. Okay guys, just here showing you the second part. I already put the sticks in there and leave it there like for about 15 minutes. Come back and put the other end, so that way we can complete the second part of the stair. Alright guys, so we have both ladders, stairs, whatever you can call them. Now this is what I'm gonna use for on the legs of the stairs. They're caps, they're PVC caps. I got it as a 3/4, and I explain you why. You're gonna see why I want to use these instead of being just glued to the wood. But anyway, so I want you to do a small hole right on the center inside. I'm gonna put my cap on a small C-clamp that I have. I'm gonna use a 9/64 drill bit, and I'm gonna make a hole right on the center. Alright, so I want you to take it out. So I have to. I'm gonna make one hole on the side of the cap. Okay. So now we have a hole on the center and on the side. All right, same thing to the other ones. Now that we have the caps with the holes, we're gonna put a mark at 2 inches from the long wall by 1 inch. All right, we're gonna put it across, and this is where we're gonna put the first cap. All right, I want the hole to be on the outside of the or pointed towards the outside of the playpen. All right, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna add a lot of glue on. So I'm just gonna go add glue generously. I'm gonna put it right on the mark that we made. And then I'm gonna screw it. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna screw it. Go slow. Okay, it gets pretty tight. Okay. So now you're gonna get the small ladder. You're gonna measure the distance of the other one. First I'm gonna put glue. And I'm just gonna measure the distance of the other one. And that's where I want the other one. Okay. I want the hole facing out. And I'm gonna screw it. Remember the hole. Okay. So pretty much we got the base of the ladder. Alright. And let me tell you why I wanted to use those things, and this is because see, it falls in an angle. It's gonna fall on an angle. Right? And that's the angle that I want. This is I want a small angle. I don't know if the camera can see it, but that's the angle that I need. Once I finish putting the ladders and stairs, I'm just gonna move this. Put a screw in here, and this is gonna be pretty tight. It's not gonna go nowhere. Okay, so once we have that side, we're gonna do exactly the same thing on this other side. Alright. Yeah. 2 inches. And 1 inch. So we know that on this one mark we have to put one these little caps. Glue. And I'm gonna put it right there. And I'm just gonna bolt it. Right? And I'm out where the other one was, and it's right here. Same thing. Now put glue. That glue just makes it a more steady bond. And I'm gonna put a bolt on it. the hole I want it on the outside, and I explain you why later on. Both holes facing the outside, and so here you go, the other one. So this is what I was looking for, the angle, and I want that angle on these ladders. All right, so that's pretty cool. We got that part. Awesome, awesome. All right. So on the smaller ladder, the one that it has smaller in size, this is a long one, this is smaller. We're gonna put this piece of wood in here, and we're gonna mark it down here. Right? We're gonna put a piece of wood, you know, the one we're using to make the stairs. We're gonna put it right there and make a mark right underneath. Okay. Okay. So on this one, we're gonna make a hole right underneath that, right underneath. So what we can do is use this as a guide and make the circle with a pen, and that's exactly where we're gonna be making the holes. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. All right. Now we're ready to make a hole on each one of them. They don't have to go all the way through. Maybe you can use the mark that we used before on the drill bit. Now the hole that I want to make on the stairs, I want to make it a little bit on an angle. Why? Because the ladder is going to have an angle, so I'm going to put a little bit of an angle, and I'm going to drill it. I'm going to drill this in an angle, just like that, and let's see how it comes out. I previously put a mark. That's how deep I want to go. This is the angle. All right, so I'm about to do the hole in an angle. I want to go in a little bit first. I want to make my markings, and then I want you to see they're going in pretty good. They're going, as I told you, like as on an angle. All right, and that's what I wanted to be in an angle, so that way we can insert it straight in here. Okay, so we got that part. So the next thing I want to do is measure the distance from here to where the hole is, and it's 15 and 3/4. 15 and 3/4. So I'm gonna measure on the other side 15 and 3/4, and I'm gonna make a hole on there too. So after the measurement, I'm ready to do the hole on the big ladder right in here. All right. So I'm ready to do the hole. Same thing. It's gonna be the same angle. And the hole is made, and let's see how it comes out. So I stick into both holes, and this is the end of results. It's gonna want to be one of the stairs. All right guys, so for the next step, I put a little clamp, I put a little pressure so that way I can keep the ladder the way it's supposed to be pressed. I don't want to glue anything of this yet. And I'm gonna make 2 indentations with a router right here. I already started on this one. I'm gonna make this one so that way you can see it. And that's what we're gonna be doing. Okay, so since I don't have anything to lay this thing flat, I'm gonna have to do it just by eye and slowly. And I'm just gonna put one in here. If it doesn't sit good, well, you're gonna have to do it a little bit more. Okay. And a little down there. So this is what Alright, so I'm gonna measure one of these all the way through here, and I'm gonna cut it, and that's gonna be my first step for the ladder, the stairs. And so what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue. And put this in here. And actually you can refill all of that with glue later on when it's a little bit dry. I'm just gonna leave it there for a little bit so that way it can get dry. This is gonna be the first step. I'm gonna put another one right here, and then I'm gonna continue. Alright, so once you cut the little piece that is going to be right here in the corner, you're going to measure 1.5 and put a mark in here all the way through. And this is what it's going to be, 1.5 inches. You'll see. There it is. At 1.5, you're going to put a mark. Like the one I just put right there, 1.5. It's right there. See, 1.5, and then you're gonna put the little rod, and then measure 1.5, and you continue like that. Now the little rod is gonna go right next to, not right on the mark, but right next to it. You might be able to see it there. All right, all the way through. All right, so I just put 2 drops of glue. And I'm gonna put the stick right on top of it, and we're gonna leave it like that. So from here, 1.5, and just keep going like that. All right. Hey, so I let the stairs dry for like about a day. I put some weight on it, so it's time for me to take this off. Now we got the stairs. Alright. This is not glue yet. I don't want to glue because I have something else to do. Alright. We can take this off now. That was just to put pressure on the last one. Alright. So the next step is on these stairs, the one that it has the longer side, on one side we're gonna make a hole so that we can put a little piece of stick, and you'll see what it is gonna be for. So I'm gonna put it on the vise to make the hole, okay? So I'm gonna be making the hole. Okay, so we made a hole, and let's get to the next part. And so you're gonna cut a 6.5 piece of round tubing. All right, 6.5. All right, so remember that piece of tubular wood, we're gonna stick it on that highest part of the stairs. And I bought this little toy, this swing toy of online, and this is gonna be so that way it can be hanging here like that. So more or less we're gonna see where is the perfect place to put it at. Right there. That's good enough, you know. All right, so we're gonna make a mark, make a small hole, and we're gonna put a hook like this. I hope it's not too big. It might be too big. I probably need to get the smaller one. All right, so now that we have the canopy, or whatever you want to call it, now it's the swing, I guess, where you want it, you're gonna put a little mark. Obviously I got this online. It has little toys, and you know, birds, they're gonna have a lot of fun there. You can put whatever you want. This is what I am doing, and you just make a decision of what you want. All right, so on this one I don't think I'm gonna glue it, because of the fact that if this one breaks, I am able to change it without any problems. If it's glued, I'm not gonna be able to change it, so make sure you just get a little bit deep enough. Okay, all right, so we're gonna remove this. And once we remove it, we're gonna make a 1/16 little hole. I'm gonna show you why we're making this little hole. Okay, so now that we have that little hole, I got these little hooks from your local hardware store, the part number, right? These little hooks, and you gotta make that hole because if you don't, well, at the time you put the hook, the wood is gonna break. These things are not too good on handling stuff, so we're gonna screw it right in the hole, and it will go by itself in the hole. So right now it's going in safely and really tight. That's what I want. All right, it's done. So we're gonna put it right here together again, just for right now. I mean, it's not done. I'm not gonna put anything permanently, because I'm still gonna do some stuff to the playpen, but this is just more or less to show you how is this thing gonna go. This goes in the hook, and bingo. All right, awesome. Okay, for the next step, I did a pre-measure wooden stick, and I'm gonna make some holes on each one of the back of the ladder. And I got this piece of wood, so that way I can make sure that I got the same measurement on all of them. All right, so I'm gonna put it right there, and I'm gonna make a mark right here with my pen, and all 4 of them. Just put everything together like if it's gonna be ready, and we'll make the mark. So I got it marked, all 4 of them, same distance right here. Now also make sure that the measuring that you make, kind of like halfway the stairs up, make sure it falls in the middle of the steps so that way we don't weaken the wood. So make sure it's kind of like in the middle. We're gonna make some holes in here because we're gonna put another set of tubular wooding in there. Okay. All right. So let's do it. So again, I'm gonna make the holes like in an angle, and all 4 of them. All right. You can see they're like a little bit of an angle. Alright guys, so in the meantime that I'm waiting for parts that I ordered, I don't got much left to do but waiting for parts, but right now I'm gonna put tape in here, like if I'm holding everything together. I'm not gonna glue this right now, I'm gonna show you why later on, but this is just like if I am gonna glue it. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take the measurement from here to here, so that way I can cut a piece of board, and I'm gonna show you whenever the parts get here what is this thing for. All right, so take a measurement. And more or less it's about 16 inches, a little bit less than 16 inches. All right. So what I got myself, I found this piece of wood, and it was over there. You can get a piece of wood, whatever. It's a 1/4 inch thick. It's not even wood, but it's all right for what I want. And cut it. All right. All right. So I cut out this piece of wood. In my case, it was 16 inches, and this is gonna go right in here, just like this, just like that. This is how it's gonna go. I am not gonna put it right now, but I'm just showing you more or less what the project is. Whenever I get the other parts in here, you will see what this thing is for. Okay, it's coming out. It's coming out to shape. It looking pretty good. All right, this is gonna be a paradise for my parrots. They're gonna have a lot of fun. All right, guys. So before I glue everything in place, I'm gonna do one more thing. I cut this little piece of tubular wood, probably, let me see, yeah, it's about 8 foot long. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it right here in the corner, a little bit of an angle, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it, because I'm gonna put this cord right here for the parrots. Alright, I'm gonna do this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it where I want it. Okay. I made a mark. Okay. I'm gonna remove this before I glue it, so that way I can do this from the bottom. I'm gonna show you how, and then I'm gonna glue everything back, everything on its place. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a little hole there, just a little, so that way I can get a screw through the other side. I'm gonna do it right in the middle. Alright. So now I'm gonna pass a screw to the other side. Maybe a 1 inch screw. So I got a 1 1/4 inch drywall screw. And I'm gonna try to get it from the bottom. All right. And I want to stick it about that much. And now I'm gonna glue the bottom of, oh, sorry about the camera. I kind of give it a little angle with the paper file. And I'm gonna put a little bit of glue in here. And I'm gonna screw it first, like this. It will go easy. And I'm gonna make sure the angle stays, the angle that I want stays on that side. This. And now I'm gonna go through the bottom and finish the screw. So I want you to take a look. Okay. It did get in an angle, the angle that I want. And now it's time to glue everything back in here. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna put everything apart. And I'm gonna put the glue in every hole so that way I can glue all these together the way I want to for the final step. All right. So here we go, we're gonna put it apart. There you go, just like this. I'm gonna put glue on the on every hole, okay? Take them apart. Right. Okay. So here we go. Remember that when you put the sticks, it doesn't matter if the glue comes out, you can always clean it later. Alright, I'm gonna put glue. Next I'm gonna put the sticks the way it was, the way I had it. All right. I made a little mistake. They were on the bottom. They were going on the bottom. So now I'm gonna put glue on the other side. Now I'm gonna try to put everything together using my body, my hands. It's not that easy. You gotta coordinate every hole. I had it before. now that I have it like this, I'm gonna put tape all around it, really tight. We're gonna let it stay like that to dry, and then we'll keep going. For the next step, I purchased this on my local pet store. They're gonna be like for feeding and water, and these things I'm gonna be putting it right here. Alright, it's gonna be attached to the bottom railing, just like that. But for that, I'm gonna make 2 little holes in here, and I'm gonna show you why. Alright, so stand by. Let me make the holes first. Alright, so I made 2 little holes on top, so that way I can put this. And I'm gonna get one somewhere around here. And it has to be really tight. Now, since that is not very secure, what I am going to do is that I'm going to put these little hooks I had it a little while ago and it was pretty good, but right now for some reason it doesn't want to work. Okay, so I was able to put one. So what this does is gonna keep it in place. And not only that, I have 2 little hooks just in case I want to put a toy. You know what I'm saying? There's another hook on the side. That keeps that thing from going over. Because the other way, if you put those hooks, never go. Let's use this side. It's not that hard to put it, so the pressure. So I want you to see. I want you to take a look closely, so that way you can see exactly what I did. These hooks, they're gonna make a strong bond to the wood, so that way it won't fall, you know. And if you want to know which one I bought this one. I hope you can find it at your local pet store. All right, it's a 9.3 ounces, and you know, you can put food and everything. All right, so the next step is, I don't know if you remember this wood. This is gonna go right here. The tape is not allowing me to go in there, but once it's glued, that will be the last step to do. Let's see if I can put it there somehow. Okay, so once I got the tape out, I'm gonna put glue there, and I'm gonna glue this piece of wood, and that's pretty much gonna be the last step as per right now. You can add on some more toys hanging from here, from those hooks. I bought this bath, so that way they can take a bath with a mirror. Only $2.99 at the local pet store. Now I'm just gonna put it there as another toy. And paradise is almost done. This is gonna be like this, right there in the corner, so that way they can take a shower. They love to do that. And well, let's wait and see how this thing gets together. All right. So at the last minute, I got this climbing net, which I'm gonna put it right here. So I'm gonna cut another piece about the same length as the other one, so that way I can get it there and stick it right here. It's like last minute thing. I ordered it, I never got it. I thought I wasn't gonna get it at all, and then all of a sudden I got it. So let me do it. All right. So for these I'm gonna use staples. I'm gonna staple this here. Yeah. Let's see. Find the square this thing up. I don't seem to find the how this thing is gonna be square. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's something like this. I'm gonna staple this. If you don't have a electronic staple, you can always do it by one of those hand staples. Staple that one. I'm gonna put 2 staples. And I'm gonna staple the bottom part. Or maybe to the floor. I'm gonna give a little bit of a slack to measure the other one, to see exactly where I want the other one. And the other one, I'm gonna want it right in here. So right in here. So that way this thing can be stretched like that. This is how I want it. Alright. I'm gonna put a mark in here. I'm gonna put a mark in here because that's where I want the this. Because I stretched this thing out. I'm gonna put a mark. I'm gonna do the same thing as I did with the other one. Alright, so I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on the bottom of this. I kind of pre-drill the screw it. And I'm gonna finish it from the bottom. So now that's very steady. I'm gonna staple this right here. All right, gonna finish it with a hammer. Get it really tight. Gonna staple the bottom. Now we got a net, really neat net. missed it. You gotta be pretty centered. Be always glue them. Take it off. Okay, so I put 2 staples in here. Secure it. All right, got a pretty neat net. I might gonna put some staples in here. However, there's one more thing to do, and that's to put this cord that I'm gonna put from here to gonna put that cord from there to the I'm gonna put this cord from here to the ladder. All right, so for that I bought me some clamps. Put I'm going to put one clamp in here. I'm going to put one clamp in here. All right. So here it is. Now I'm going to put the ladder. There you go. It's taking shape. Pretty nice shape. Yeah. So from the other side of the stairs, I'm gonna put the rope right there. All right. First, I'm gonna secure the stairs. Is already ready to secure it. Okay, so remember the holes that we made on the PVC caps? This is what I wanted it for. Just to put a screw to secure it. Make sure it's all the way down like the way you want to. And proceed by screwing it. You don't have to over tighten it, just make sure it stays there locked. You can use a 1 1/4 inch screws. All right, and make sure you do all these on all 4 of them. Here's the other one. I'm gonna put it right there and screw it, and same thing with all the others. Okay guys, so I put the all 4 bolts. This is pretty steady, it's not gonna go nowhere. And I'm finalizing the rope here. Now they have a hanging rope, a rope to escalate. They're gonna have their feeding cans right there. This. I'm gonna have their fitting. This piece of wood, I'm not gonna glue it because if something happened with those rods, I'm gonna have to be able to fix it again. This is gonna be for let me show you. It goes right here on top. Let me put it in. I'm not gonna glue it either. All right, so this right here is for this. It's gonna be hanging there. That is pretty cool. Look, the whole house, and it's gonna have this little swimming pool or shower bath with a mirror. You can put it right there. And this is the last toy I'm gonna be putting right now, which I'm gonna hang it from another rod I'm gonna make right here. That's it, guys. We need to see how the birds react to their new playpen. And here you guys, this is the final results. Stairs, the hamaca, can play there. Food, bath, toys, to climb. Hey, they got everything in here. Alright, it's ready to go. All we have to do is test it with the birds and see what's going on. See if they like them. Alright guys, thanks for joining me, and thanks for helping me doing this project for the birds. I'm gonna show you how the birds like it. Alright, and the final results. Birds love it. That's our new playground. Hey guys, this is the final result. The birds love it. Already playing with it.